cleansing my face, cause school and stuff. Hello everybody, so I wanted to, in this video, explain why I decided to end Rylan the way that I did. I feel like this video is anticipated because I ended the video, wow. I ended the story, freaking heck. I ended the book at a very interesting point, and I want to apologize for that. I actually am very proud and happy of where it came out, and it has all the themes and whatnot that I wanted for it to display. So I'm not like mad or anything like that. Also, I want to apologize for my appearance. I just got back from school and I'm dying. I had a full day of school, which you're probably like, isn't that normal? In our school, we have 3 periods a day, and they're 100 minutes long, and I have usually I have study periods, but tomorrow I have biology, study. So I get to not go to school for the whole day. You know how nice that is? It's very nice. And I had a full day of school today and I'm tired. So I do want to say very quickly that Rylan is going to be taken off Wattpad on the 13th of September, as it is being published on that date. So I just want to forewarn you guys that it will be taken down from Wattpad on that exact date. So yeah, I just want to say be careful of that, but also it will be released in its published version by then, so you guys have that to look forward to. And Malik will be taken off of Wattpad on the 23rd of August, which is actually only like a few days away, which is kind of scary. Also, my mother is on vacation on some tropical island at the moment, and I'm home alone, and I've had like friends over almost every single night, so I'm tired pretty much. So the reason why I decided to end Rylan the way that I did is because I wanted to basically make a book that is very different from the rest of the series in its theme and its feeling and its setting and everything. I just wanted it to be plain different. So I knew from the start that Rylan and Dawn weren't going to be the normal protagonists. They were going to be very different. I did really want to I did make frickin' heck, what is wrong with me today? I did want to make it very clear that both characters were different, and that was like the main theme, was their difference. So a lot of books I've found on Wattpad have kind of been like the couple is very similar, or they make very coinciding decisions, and I really didn't want that to be the same for the entire series. Oh, that was my shoulder. So I changed it up a little bit if you didn't get that. I really wanted to show you guys that not every pairing or mates in the book have to end up together. There can be some separations and all that kind of stuff, and I know Dawn wasn't very easy to connect with because I did that on purpose. I've come to, as an author, realize what people connect with and what people don't connect with. So a lot of people connect with characters who they can relate to and who make decisions that they typically could see themselves making in that current situation, which is incredibly difficult for an author to make that happen, as sometimes the plot has to go away and that you guys don't want it to go, but it has to go that way. I need to clean out my fish tank. I do want to say, okay, that's what I'll stop saying. I do want to say it because what I really like about Dawn's character is that she was really defined and she was very loyal to her family throughout the entire thing. I think I found myself a little bit in her because in any situation, any given situation, I would protect my family over anybody else ever. I made a vow to my 10-year-old younger sister I would do everything in my power to protect her, which I don't think a lot of people got from the book. What Dawn was doing in the end of the book was actually protecting Lucy with her life. She handed Sinful over to Lucy. Well, I'd love to see that. She handed Lucy over to Sinful as a way to protect her, and she did it for a good reason. Also, there is going to be some differences with Cohen, so I know you guys are going to jump to a lot of conclusions, but just wait and see. Never assume my writing pattern, because anytime someone assumes something, I gotta change it up. So yeah, I'm sorry about the ending. If it was very unsatisfactory and you weren't happy with it, then that's kind of good actually. It's what I wanted. I really wanted to make it clear that not every mate has to end up together, which I think I did make fairly obvious in this book. But I do want to say that books in the future will be a bit better in that regard. I do really enjoy having every kind of couple having something different about each other, or things that are just unique, and that they don't necessarily always have to click in every single way. I think that's only fair. A lot of people felt sorry for Rylan that Dawn left him. The book's not over, by the way. Their entire story isn't over. I didn't particularly like Rylan as a male protagonist. I'd have to say he's probably one of my least favorites to write, only because, well, I like him in the sense that he has a lot of flaws that a lot of authors in the series don't necessarily carry through. He has a lot of mental issues with anger and whatnot, and I really do want to continue to touch on that in the future of the series, because I feel like that is a really important subject, and I think it just gives him more depth as a character. But yeah, I'm also sorry about the Case thing. Case has never really been a character that I've been typically fond of or have found the relevance to write about. He actually does have a lot of relevance later in the series, but you guys are just going to have to wait a while for that to come across. What was I saying? I think I have memory loss. Why do I keep losing it? Don't I get amnesia like at 18 years old? Because if that's happening, well, shit. I do want to look through the thing. I didn't actually make notes before this, but say hi to Marcus. Snapchat. So from the beginning, I knew Dawn was going to be a very strong character, and I actually managed to maintain her strength throughout the entire book, which I'm very happy about. It's not always easy writing a book where the main character isn't relatable, or she's very strong-willed and actually has a backbone compared to a lot of characters. Yeah, it's so incredibly difficult because you get a lot of criticism for it, so I am kind of glad it's over. So yeah, I wanted to make it clear that Dawn was defiant and that she was loyal and she knew what she wanted. And she's a very ambitious and strong character that was not going to take shit from her mate, pretty much. She was going to be strengthful, that's not even a word. She was going to be strong throughout the entire book and unwavering. She did have moments where she was falling for Rylan and she did see a future with him. However, when fate told her the truth and kind of revealed, because you know how the saying goes, love makes you blind, or whatever the heck that even means. Basically, I wanted that to happen to Dawn, or it did happen to Dawn, and then when fate unveiled what was happening in front of her and that her sister was in genuine danger, she had to leave Rylan. She had no other choice. I think when it's a life or death situation where her sister was literally going to be pursued by immortals who would kill her for her abilities and her premonitions, I think it's just important to remember Lucy's life was on the line, and it's just Rylan's heart on the line, pretty much. Dawn did everything in her power to save her sister, and I think that's an admirable thing for a character to do. These friggin' cleansing wipes. Get out of here. Ooh, that wasn't meant to go there. So yeah, that was my vision for Rylan. I hope that it actually made a bit of sense. I know that the book probably came off as different, but I wanted to do that. I want to really expand my writing skills to be able to encompass any kind of character, any kind of situation, any kind of reality in that regard, and I feel like I succeeded in that degree. I just looked at the sun and now I can't see anything. So if you guys would like to check out the next book in the series, it is Alpha Asher, which is on Wattpad and on Reddish. So that's the next one. That's the 7th book in the series. So that's coming along nicely. Lots of plot twists and interesting things happening in that book. And again, it's a very different book, but I'm very happy with it and how it's slowly unraveling. I do want to also mention how easy this book was to write. Not at all. It was a very hard process for me, and it actually ended up having to be cut shorter because it was just weighing on the rest of my work. The funny thing about me as an author is that I don't actually get writer's block very often. I just get I want to sit down and I want to write one book and I don't want to write any other book. And that's literally me right now. All I want to do is sit down and write Fae. If you haven't read Fae yet, totally do. It is on Ranish quite far and is also on Wattpad. So if you want it free, it's a little bit behind on there, but it's there. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the book nonetheless. I know a lot of people don't understand the complexity of the characters or the situation, so I want to say thank you to everybody who has sent me messages and who has understood where I was coming from, because you guys are amazing. And you guys are the reason I write. I do get people that don't understand it, which is completely fine, but for everybody that did get the kind of where I was coming from with the plot and the characters, you guys are amazing. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the book, and I guess I'll see you guys in the next one, which is Asher. So I hope you guys like it, and thank you again so much for the support. I love you all immensely, and I will see you later.